Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, good evening. Say, Parth, you're raising your hand.
Ma'am, I want more worksheets for the board mass concept so can I get that?
Parth, apart from the homework sheets which you did, you can refer to the worksheet section of the Olympiad Success website. Right above live classes, there is a section of worksheets. So there
Yes,
you will
ma'am.
have multiple tests on computation operation. That will be the board mass questions. Okay.
Ma'am, in that there will be board mass also.
Yes, BODMAS only. There will be
Okay.
all the
Good
chapters. You have
evening,
to
ma'am.
select computation operation from there.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and you can refer to any other book also for more practice.
Okay, ma'am.
Say Manvik.
Ma'am, because of my Aryabhatta selection 1 and 2 rounds preparation, I have already done a few worksheets each and completed the NTRT book in 2 days. With
Oh,
Aryabhatta.
wow. That's a big thing, Manvik. Very nice. Arnab, say.
Ma'am, we have to do our worksheets.
No, that's not mandatory. That is actually given to you people so that you can practice later on. Like if you people are aware, our classes will be over in like 3-4 months. Okay. So after that, ma'am will not be there, but you people would be still practicing mathematics every day. So for that practice, up till the next March, you will have access to those worksheets where you can practice extra questions after the classes are over also. That was actually made for this purpose, but in case someone wants to practice more now, they can use it there also.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay,
which
then
book can we refer?
any book will be fine, Part. There are multiple books, like you can go by the previous year question papers by IMO, SOF books. The good books can be Crest Olympiad books also. So go to Crest Olympiads and type mathematics. You will get digital as well as physical books over there. Those are very good books of maths. These books you finish, and apart from that, you have multiple other. What is that? Starts with a M. M. Forgetting the name. M.
MTG.
No, that is NMTC different. M. Some
MTG.
MTG. Thank you. Yes, MTG books also you can refer. These are some basic common books. Everyone uses that.
Okay,
Say
ma'am.
Aradhya.
Ma'am, like the Olympiad books also have a lot of them. Ma'am, they will also be helpful, right, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Remember, every book will be good enough. Okay. Every book will be good. Don't worry. It's all about how much you practice. Say Aradhya.
Ma'am, I was absent in the last previous class, so I understand some of the question which I got wrong, but I have a doubt in one question.
Which is that question number, Aradhya?
1 minute, ma'am. Ma'am, question number
You're talking about
6.
computation operation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Meanwhile, another Manvik say, then Samriddhi, then Aditi.
Bata MTG books.
Manvik.
Ma'am, Bata MTG books.
They are a type of mathematics book. MTG is the name of publisher, and that's a math book. You can use that to practice more. Okay. Say Samriddhi.
Ma'am, yesterday I went for a abacus competition and
I wrote congratulations and a wow in the chat. See? Congratulations, Samriddhi.
I didn't see that.
No problem. Well
Thank
done.
you,
Keep it up.
ma'am.
Say Aditi.
Ma'am, these books, right? This one.
Yeah. Yes. So once you're done with your grade, you can go to the higher grade notebooks also. Say Arnav, then I'll go to Shivani.
Ma'am, in Abacus, I've got 2 trophies.
Very good. Keep it up. Keep it up. Use speed maths. That will help you. Say, Shivani.
Ma'am, in Maths Olympiad conducted by my school, I got zonal rank 2.
Wow, very good. Congratulations, Shivani. Keep it up. Okay, so Aditi say then final Aditi, and then we'll go back to Aradhya's doubt. No other talking. No. Type it in the chat box. Say Aditi.
Ma'am, I wanted to say about my awards.
Say fast. Or else type it in the chat box.
Ma'am, I'll type it in the chat.
Thank you, Aditi. Say Aradhya. This is sixth question you were talking about, right? Aradhya, you're muted. Were you talking about
Ma'am,
the sixth question?
what are you saying, ma'am?
I can't hear you. Can you say that again?
Ma'am, I am saying that I got first rank in the class. In Maths Olympiad.
Congratulations, Aradhya. Okay, Aradhya, tell me, where do you have a doubt?
Ma'am, I tried all of the signs, but I got them wrong.
Oh, not really. So look at this. Let's try first. Have you done BODMAS? Because if you haven't done BODMAS, then you would get the question wrong. You tried division. 96 divided by
Yes,
2
ma'am.
is 48.
If
48
yes,
into
ma'am.
2 is back to 96. And 96 plus 4 is 100, Aradhya. That's right. Okay? No other doubts,
Okay.
no?
No, ma'am.
Good, thank you. So people, we're going to start with the next chapter. So we will start with factors and multiples today. You people are aware, right? What is factors? What is multiple? Yes? No? Let's discuss about that in detail. What happened, Shania? Shania, raise your hand.
Ma'am, accident.
Oh, okay. Fine then. So when we are talking about factors and multiples, the very first thing which we will be considering is what is the factor and the multiple relationship among each other. Okay. So let me share a slide. Say, Sanya.
Will we have a match today?
That depends upon how fast we complete the PPT. Okay.
Ma'am.
What happened, Manvik?
Ma'am, just read the message that I sent you. It's pretty weird.
It's what?
Ma'am, read the message which I sent you. You will be shocked what is just happening with me right now in these school days.
Okay. I read the message now. Congratulations. But don't worry, you will get it very soon. Manasvi, it's not about any reference. It's I was talking about Crest Olympiad books. They are really good books alongside the very common ones like the IMO and the MTG books. Okay. Okay. And Aditi, you also congratulations. Oh. Don't consider ma'am is not a ghost. It's just that the light went off. It will be back. But yeah, considering what we were discussing, the relationship between factors and multiples, if you see 5 and 4, these two numbers are multiplied together to give you a product which is 20. Okay. They are multiplying together to give you a product which is 20. So the product is called as the multiple, and the two numbers which are multiplying together among themselves are the factors. So factors multiply together to give you multiples. Now see, there is no limit to what we can multiply. We can take any big number and multiply back with any other big number. And ultimately, we'll be reaching another big number. And that another big number can also be continually multiplied to any other number. That means multiplication or multiples are not limited. I repeat, that means multiples are not limited. They are unlimited. Okay. There can be n number of multiples. But when we talk about factors, a number which can divide a certain number is very much fixed. Like for example, if you take our very favorite number 10, 10 can be divisible by 1 and 10. 10 can be divisible by 2 and 5. But then there are no more numbers which can actually divide 10. And by numbers, I mean whole numbers. There are no whole numbers which further divide 10. Okay? And therefore, we say that we have fixed 4 factors of 10. We have fixed 4 factors of 10. Say Vedant.
I just wanted to tell two things about it. So, any number you take, any whole number above 0 you take, the factor will be 1. The common factor will be 1 only.
Yes.
No matter-
1 is a number which divides all the numbers. That's
Example,
why.
take 13. Man, 13 is a prime number which has no factors except for itself and 1. And also, like in factor trees and all, we cannot include 1.
Yes, Vedant. Thank you. And remember that prime numbers is what we will do in the coming part of the class. So starting off first with what are factors? Can you people tell me in the chat box what are the factors of 24, 117? Say Shanaya.
Mom, I was just saying that even though we did the question in last class, I still couldn't understand I think the 13th one. That was a number.
You mean the exercise test 13?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Shanaya, now we have started a new chapter.
No, okay,
We will go
actually,
back to it later at the end or during the break. Okay?
thanks.
Okay. Remind me. Say Parth.
Ma'am, we have to tell the factors of which number in the chat box?
They are on the screen 24, 117.
Okay, ma'am.
Say Anvita.
And the factors and multiples are just that. Suppose if it's 5 into 2 is equals 20, means multiple of 20 is the multiple of 4 and 5, and the 5 is the factor. 4 and 5 are the factors of 20.
That's correct.
Ma'am, the multiples can be endless.
Yes, they are endless. There can be any number of multiples.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome. Parth, why do I feel that the answer which you have pasted in the chat box is not what you have written by yourself? Parth Padwal, not Sharma.
Ma'am, mistakenly the factors, ma'am, the keyboard is not working and ma'am, press the return.
Pakka na?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything is double and I know from where it comes double. I have
No,
also
ma'am, I
used
don't
that
use
site.
Google. I don't have.
No, everyone has Google.
But, ma'am, I don't have.
Okay.
But,
Anvita,
where?
say, it's okay.
Ma'am?
Concentrate on writing the answer.
Ma'am,
Say,
should we
Anvita.
answer that? Is that a question? Should we answer it?
Yeah. These are 3 numbers and you have to find out the factors of all of them. So we'll start with 24. People, when they say that write down the factors of 24, please take the safest method. You can choose any method which you have learned at school or something which you feel you're comfortable at. But I would still recommend that please form pairs. If you form pairs, you will never forget any number. For example, 1 into 24, 2 into 12, 3 into 8, 4 into 6, 5 does not divide, but 6 into 4. The moment you get 6 into 4, you see it is repeated. So you know this is the point where you need to stop. And this is all. This is all you need to figure out. There are 8 factors of 28 starting from 1 up till 24. Do you get the same answer? Sorry, for the first one, everyone? Anyone who did not get the same answer? All of you got the same answer. Let's do the second question. 100. Yes, Samriddhi.
I missed out 2 factors, 3 and 8.
Okay, but then that was a mistake you understood, no? So, I mean, there's no doubt, right? Yeah, and raise your hand and speak. Sadhna, help me with 100 now. Factors of 100? What have you written?
1 into 100, 2 into 50. Ma'am, 3 is not divisible, so 4 into, wait, ma'am. Ma'am, I was just doing it. Sorry.
Okay, Naman, 4 into how much is 100? Naman, you're munching snacks or dinner.
I mean 4 into 50.
25. What 4 into 50? 50 into 2. 4 into 25. Another factor, Naman, of 10, 100. I give 5 into.
Ma'am, 10 into 10.
Oh my god, you missed 5. 10 into 10. Manvik, 5 into.
Ma'am, 5 into, ma'am, 5 into 2. Ma'am,
5
sorry,
into 2 is 10.
20. Ma'am, 5 into 20.
20. Correct. And the moment you get 10 into 10, you know that you are repeating it. So we are supposed to stop. Now, Shrihan, you count and tell me how many factors does 100 have? Count and tell me how many factors does 100 have?
Ma'am, it has 5.
5 factors. I see more numbers in this bracket, Shrihan.
Ma'am, there are 5.
You look at this. How do I count it as 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ma'am, there are 10.
That's the wrong answer. Devashri, tell me, how is it not 10? Shriyan, check and send me the answer in the chat box. Devashri, the number of factors for 100 are? That's a mini Devashri next to you. It's okay, Devashri. You don't have to push her. It's okay, you say. Others don't raise hand for answering question. I'll come to you. You need to think, Devashri. You also got 10? Aditi, you tell me, how many factors of 100?
Ma'am, there are 9 factors.
Why one less?
Ma'am, because 10 into 10, so there are 2 tens. So we should only
Exactly.
count
So
1.
why would we count 2 tens? Is this 10 different from the other 10?
No.
Definitely not. Shriyan understood. 9
Yes,
factors. Okay, the easiest question for Janvi. Janvi, factors of 17?
fact 1 and 7. Because 17 is a prime number.
Thank you. So that introduces you people to prime numbers. The numbers which have only 2 factors, 1 and itself, are called as prime numbers. And prime numbers always have 2 factors fixed. Now, there is one thing which I want you people to focus on. 100 has 9 factors. Okay. 24 has 8 factors. 100 has odd number of factors and 24 has even number of factors. What makes 100 special? Why is 100 having an odd number of factors whereas everything has a pair? So it should be an even number. We have factor pairs, so we should have even number of factors. But how are we having an odd number for 100? Think and tell me. Tanisha, say.
Ma'am, because the pair of 5, 5, but 10 is repeating 2 times, that's why we counted 1.
Yeah, so what is the name of this number? You're right, Tanisha. Samriddhi, you tell me what is the name of these numbers in which this 10 and 10 is repeating, like a number into number is repeating?
Ma'am, which Samriddhi?
What do we call Samriddhi Srivastav?
I don't know that.
Arnav, do you know that? Shivani, do you know that?
Ma'am, is it square numbers or
It is right. Square numbers, everyone, write it down. Square numbers are those numbers which are formed by multiplying the same number with itself. So 100 is 10 into 10. 4 is 2 into 2. 9 is 3 times 3, and so on. These numbers are square numbers, and square numbers always have odd number of factors. You can write it down somewhere. Square numbers always have odd number of factors. Why? Because one of the numbers will always be repeated. So therefore, all the square numbers will always have odd number of factors. Okay? Say Anvita, then I'll go to Naman.
I'm not understanding this pairs of 100.
Which part? The 110 into 10?
Not that, ma'am. Square numbers that.
Square numbers are any numbers, like 100 is a square number. How do we call 100 as a square number? Because 100 is formed by multiplying the same number with itself. 24 cannot be written like a square number because 24 does not have two factors which multiply with the same itself and give you 24. But 100 is having one of the factors as 10, which multiplies with itself, 10 into 10, to give you 100. So 4 is a square number. 9 is a square number, 16 is a square number, 25 is a square number, like that, Anvita, where one number is multiplied with itself to give you that number.
Ma'am, suppose if it is like 10 into 10, we should multiply that only to get 100.
Yes, that is
Those
square
numbers
number.
which we multiply with the same number are called square numbers.
Correct.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, say Naman.
Ma'am, but the 10 is even number.
Sorry?
Ma'am, but the 10 is even number. You said that
10 is even. I'm talking about the count, Naman. Count the number of factors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are not counting the 10 two times. So the number of factors are odd.
okay, ma'am.
Okay? Yes, thank you. Manasvi?
Ma'am, what we have to write about the square numbers?
What did you understand about the square numbers?
They always have a bar in it. No,
They always have what in it?
odd numbers.
Odd factors in it. So right,
factors.
square numbers always have odd number of factors in it.
Okay.
Okay, once we are done with this, let's come down to multiples. Multiples are extremely easy because multiples are unlimited. Now you have to just do option elimination from the question. Yes, Arnav, go. Nanika, cube numbers are not applicable here in this question. We are only multiplying two numbers, pair. So that's why cubes will not come here. Cubes are 3. Okay. So everyone use option elimination. Which of the following is not a multiple of 17? N-O-T, not. That means which is not divisible by 17. And the second one is what we have already discussed in the beginning, if you remember. Wow, I have got both the answers from Aditi Vedant. Arnav, why are you raising hand?
I went to washroom, so what you said?
Nothing. I just took you to a new question. Find out the options, answer. Rianshi, what's the answer of the first question? Not a multiple of 17.
Ma'am, C.
Very good. Any trick to do this?
Ma'am,
You divided and checked, or how did you do it?
like division only.
Division only. So I'll tell you my trick, everyone. What I did is, I know that 17's double is 34. Let me remind you that I don't know the table of 17. I don't remember these things. Okay. So 17 times 2 is 34. That I know. And of course, 37 cannot be a multiple because 3 places after 34 cannot fall in the table of 17. Right? So I used this technique to get the answer as option C. Now, option number 2, question number 2 is the easiest question of the day. So let's do it with Kashmir. Kashmir, easiest question, huh? How many multiples do we have? Advika, I hope it's a doubt. Say Kashmir. Multiples.
Option number C.
That's right. But why are you so unsure? Didn't we discuss that any big number can be multiplied with any big number to give you another big number? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that means there are unlimited or infinite multiples possible. Thank you, Kashmir. Say, Advika, doubt.
Ma'am, I didn't have any doubt.
Why did you raise your hand? Answer question. Say, Manvik.
Ma'am, send you a question to solve which I just got in my mind when you talked about multiples.
When I talk about multiples.
Talked about multiples just now again.
Okay, Manvik. So you got a question means you want to ask me that question.
Ma'am, which of decimals?
Which of?
Ma'am, it's in decimal multiplication.
Okay. You can, if you have a doubt in that, you can send me in the chat. But if you're just sending it for fun, then I think you have to wait for some time. Okay, Advika, say.
Ma'am,
Mano. Okay. Say, Advika.
ma'am, I had a question 2.
Where, what question two? Infinite?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am, how are the infinity when there are
What did I explain it to Kashmir, Advika? That any big number can be multiplied with any big number to give you another huge number, and that huge number can also be continually multiplied. So there is no limit to multiples, but yes, there is limit to factors. The number of numbers which divide a particular number are fixed. They cannot be more than a certain number. But then the multiples are unlimited. They can go beyond any number.
Yes, ma'am, understood. Thank you.
Welcome. Say Vedant, then I'll go to Manasvi.
Ma'am, the next you are going to teach us even and odd numbers, right? But ma'am, you know everybody of us here knows that. Then why is there odd and even numbers?
Vedant, they are just instigating me to shout now in just 2-3 seconds. Don't do that. If
Okay.
it's there on the slide, it must be there for some reason. That is not a doubt. Don't try to do that. It's not a doubt. Okay, doubt is something which you do not understand. This is no point of not understanding. Say Manasvi.
Ma'am, I don't have a doubt, but I have a trick that of the question number 1 that I don't
Okay,
know the
say it
table of
fast.
I don't know the table of 17, but I know the table of 7. So in 7
Seventh
the
table will not help here.
the
Manasvi, no. 17 and 7 are not related.
of for questions option number C.
Still 17 and 7 table are not related, Manasvi. No worries, it's okay. Manvik, say quickly. It should be a proper doubt.
Am I send you the question to solve?
Manvik, I will not do it right now. We are already running late on class. So let's focus on the class first. Once we have extra time, then we will do this, right? Remember, guys, we are 32 right now. So it's a group class. You have to keep that in mind always. Everyone is waiting just because they see that someone is raising hand and asking something. So keep that in mind as well, that everyone else who are quiet doesn't mean they don't have a doubt. They are also there waiting for the class to proceed. Otherwise, they'll also get frustrated that what is happening. Ma'am is just busy with 2, 3 people who are asking why is even an odd number on the slide. Correct? This wasted around 2 minutes of ours. We could have done the next slide already here. So pay attention, everyone. Be very focused on what is happening in the class. Okay. So first thing is even and odd numbers. I know everyone knows that what are even numbers, what are odd numbers, what gets divided by 2 and what does not get divided by 2. Okay, that's the distinction. But we have certain rules to follow. For example, before doing this rule, I want to show you a question. Just read this part. Okay. Don't solve it. Don't solve it. Just read it. What is question number 2 saying? L is a number and we do not know whether L is a odd number, even number. We do not know whether L is 10, 20, 15, 2, 3. We don't know what is L. But L is a number. L is multiplied with 12 and then whatever we get is added to such a big number. Without having the knowledge of L, how can we find out whether L is even or L is odd? Vedant, can you tell me how can we do that?
Ma'am, I don't know.
That's the reason why we had even and odd numbers. Say, Manvik.
Ma'am, we know that if you multiply a number with 12, whether it is even or odd, you get the answer in even only when you multiply a number with 12.
Correct. So this is the exact rule which we are going to learn in the slide above. That is, whenever we multiply a even number with any type of number, whether 2 into 3 or 2 into 4, both of them gives me a even answer. See, odd number, even number. But when an even number is multiplied to any type of number, we end up getting a product which is even. Even. That makes this done. Okay, these two things are covered. Now, when we multiply an odd number with an odd number, we end up getting another odd number. So this is also a fixed rule which we should know. You people can take a screenshot of it or write it down in your notebook. You will get this one in your reading material also, but still, you can write only this thing down. An even number with an odd number or an even number with an even number will always end up in an even number because it's even. So even if one of them is even, the product will always be even. But if both of them are odd, then we are definitely going to get an odd number as a product. I'll come to the addition part, but before that, I'll take Samriddhi's doubt. Say, Samriddhi.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I didn't quite understand this about the. I'm getting confused.
That's because you're not listening properly. Listen to me properly. They are saying that two numbers are getting multiplied, okay? Two numbers are getting multiplied. Out of these two numbers, one of them is an even number. Let's say 2. So no matter whether the second number is even or odd, Samriddhi, the product will always be even. And you can try that yourself.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I understood.
Say, Shanaya.
With that, wouldn't like 44 plus 33 be 77 and that's an odd one?
Shanaya, let us come to addition later. I can hear it. Okay, there are hailstones falling here. I literally want to go and check that out, but I'll go out in the break time. So, yes, Shanaya. Say. So, addition part, we will come to it, Shanaya. Just give me 1 minute. We'll finish even multiplication, then go to addition. Okay. Okay. So, Samriddhi, back to you. So this part you understood, no? So even if we are having even or odd number, if one of them is even, the product, that is the multiplication, will always be even. Okay, that's one thing. And the second thing is when both of them are odd, you get odd number. Okay. Okay. For Shanaya's doubt and for everyone, check addition. Addition is different. Say, Anvita.
Ma'am, where do you stay?
I stay in Jamshedpur. That's in Jharkhand, Anvita.
Oh,
The eastern part of India.
nice.
Yeah. What nice. Wow, it will rain heavily here. I don't like that much rain. Fine. So, when we come to addition, we see that when we add an even number with another even number, we always get an even number. Okay. Oh my God, they took the same example. Oh. Okay. So, even number with another even number gives us even number. But even number with a odd number gives me a odd sum. Even with odd gives me a odd sum. Why is it important? You remember that second question? Someone was asking us to add a big number. Now that big number will either be even or be odd. So it depends on the last digit. So when we go back to that question, you just check that last digit. So suppose the product which we got was even and the number which was given to us was odd. Then what will be the sum? The sum has to be odd. Okay. So this will be helpful. This rule will be helpful in those type of questions where the number is not given. And the last case is when both the numbers are odd. So when both the numbers are odd, we get even sum. So one thing to remember, shortcut. Even, even, odd, odd means same, even. Okay. And different means odd. Say, Sanya.
Ma'am, what about division and subtraction?
Subtraction is not very fixed, but subtraction goes like addition rules, and division definitely goes with multiplication rules. Like whatever you did in multiplication, the same happens in division.
So subtraction is not fixed, but
Not 100% fixed always.
so division is fixed, right?
Fixed as multiplication. Okay, fine. Fine, then time for us to have 3 quick questions, then we'll go for a break. Let's go. Question number 1, 2, 3. Place value of a number is always even. What do you think, Aradhya? Place value of a number is always even, true or false?
Ma'am, I think it's false. Ma'am, I know it's
Both
false.
of my bad. Aradhya, Manohar, and I meant. And but both of you are right. Both Aradhyas are right. False. So I'll ask Aradhya Purvar. Aradhya, you tell me that which digit or which place value makes it false.
Ma'am, because if we take 300, if we take 253, then the place value of 3 would be odd.
That means every time it is units place which can be both odd and even.
Yes,
Any
ma'am.
other place is always multiplied with a 10, 100 and so on, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Okay, let's do the second question with Anirudh. Anirudh, L is a number and L is multiplied with 12. So what will be the product, even or odd?
Ma'am, the product will be even.
Very good. Thank you. Because 12 is an even number, everyone. So irrespective of whether L is odd or even, it will end up with an even product. And then I'll go to Shivani and ask her, Shivani, then when we are adding it with this big number, what is going to be the sum?
Ma'am, because it will be even number at last. If we the product, it will be even number at last. But when we add it with the odd number, then it comes as odd number. Okay.
You people don't have to remember. Thank you, Shivani. You people don't have to remember that what happens, ma'am, when there is an even and an odd number. No need to remember. Use small examples to recall. Use small examples to recall. Like Hanifa, give me a small example to recall what will I get when I add even plus odd. Small example.
2 plus 2.
Odd. 2 plus
Odd. 2 plus 3.
correct. 2 plus 3 is 5. So no one has to remember it ever. You will have to only use a smaller example and see that if 5 is odd, the final answer is also odd. Done? Chal. Let's go to the third question. Third question is just a division question, easy peasy. Manasvi, 1,000 chocolates, 27 friends, and at the end she's left with an extra chocolate. So what would you like to do? Would you subtract that 1 from 1,000 now only? No. Are you joining from a different device?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, then you join. I'll come back to you later. Adya,
Yeah.
you tell me. Do you like to subtract 1 right now only, or you will wait for 1 to come in the remainder?
I would wait for 1 to come in the remainder.
Okay, your choice. 1,000 divided by 27. How much do we get, ma'am, in the quotient?
Ma'am, I need to do it in rough.
Okay. Ibrahim, have you done this? 1,000 divided by 27?
No, ma'am, I am finding the answer directly, ma'am.
How directly? Say.
I did one extra chocolate, one, and then adding an odd number. I got even.
I didn't get your shortcut.
Ma'am, I added an extra chocolate, one chocolate, and then a odd number. I got even number, 1 and 1.
No, but that's not how you do it. Mishika, you have to find out K, guys. Without dividing and finding out the K, you can't proceed. Mishika, did you calculate the K? No. Okay. Advika, did you calculate the K? Parth, Padwal, did you calculate the K?
No, ma'am.
Good. Naman, did you? Oh, Naman has got a chance. Yash, did you calculate the K?
No.
Guys, don't raise hands. I'm not going to give you chance because I know you have done it. Okay, I'm pulling out people who have not done it, and my guesses are going right so far. Say Yash. Calculated K?
No.
No. No, there's nothing to be proud of. That no should be with a very sad face, heads down, very sad about the fact that in a maths class you are not doing maths, but the teacher is doing. Others, please don't raise hand for answering questions. That's what I said. I know you people have done it, and that's why probably I trust you that you have done it. That's why I'm not calling your name. Imagine you have done it and I call your name. That means teacher believes that you have not done it. Okay, fine. Let's go to Vedant. Vedant, what's the value of K? Anvita, I'll take your doubt. Just a minute.
1,350.
How can
1350.
you get more chocolates than the number of chocolates Teddy has? Oh, we are dividing and getting it. Samriddhi is saying value of K. Seriously, you people are not dividing. You are here in the class to do maths and you are not dividing. Vedant, your turn is over now. Devashri, coming to you. Wait. Yeah, Devashri, what's the value of K?
I don't know exactly, but I know the first two digits of the answer.
What are the first two digits?
3 and 7.
And that is the answer itself. What do you mean I don't know the first two digits? I mean, I only know the first two digits. It leaves a remainder of 1, Devashri. 27 times 3 is 7 times 3, 21. 7, 3 times 2, 6, 81. So when you subtract 81 from it, you get a 19. Then you pull down the 0, you get 190. So 27 times. Why are you people raising hand? If I get to know that this is not a doubt and you people are just raising hand like that, it will not be good. 4. 7 times 2, 14, and this is 189. So that is right here. And this is one chocolate which is left out, Devashri. So K is equals to 37. Fine. All right, everyone. K equals to 37. Now we know that on adding an odd number to K, any odd number, it can be 1, 2, 3, your choice. What should you get? So I know that 37 plus 1 is 38. That is an even number. 37 plus 3 is a 40, which is also an even number. That means I should end up getting an even number. Say, Anvita. Now ask a
Ma'am,
doubt.
I don't understand how we multiply it with K. That's just a alphabet, now, ma'am. How could we multiply it?
We are not multiplying or doing anything. K is an unknown number to us. We don't know what is K. And we are finding out K because if you read it like a word problem, Anvita, it says 1000 chocolates are divided between 27 people. So that's how we divide it. And then we get to know the value of K. And every friend got K number of chocolates. So that K will be the answer which we get on dividing.
Ma'am, when we divide 27 by 1000, we get the value.
Yeah, and that value is nothing but the missing value, that is K.
Yes, ma'am. So then we should know if 37 is odd or even.
Yes, correct.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Say, Ibrahim.
Dividing and that only chocolate and right odd number. It also came right even number.
I know what you said, I know, I understood. But Ibrahim, without knowing that K will be 37 or 38, that means odd or even, how would you know that adding a plus 1, that is an extra chocolate in your case, would give you an even or an odd number? It would not work, no. You have to calculate the value of K for that.
Okay.
Getting it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, then fine, everyone. Let's go for a quick 5 minutes break. We'll be back from 5 minutes break and then we will continue with our class. Okay. And here's something related to prime numbers. I have written all the prime numbers from 1 to 100 on your screen. Okay. You can note it down, remember it, or else there is one more trick which ma'am is going to talk about after she comes back from the break. And we will discuss about prime numbers also. Okay. Say, Sadhna.
I'm like, what was it? Like before we were doing that problem, the third one, you said that you can minus one, or do you want to calculate?
Yes. That minus one thing was this, Sadhna. That 1000 minus one means you're subtracting the remainder already. So if you divide 999 by 27, you get an exact 37 and there is no remainder.
Uh,
So that's also one of the methods. But the answer of K will be same, 37. Okay.
okay.
Why are so many people raising hand? Ibrahim, say.
Ma'am, do we have to answer the questions in the break?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Fair enough.
Do we play match today?
Doesn't look like. It's already 8:50. Anvita, say.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of that composite?
Any number which is not prime is composite. That means the numbers which have more than two factors like 10, 24, 100, which we did, those numbers are composite numbers. Okay?
Ma'am, the composite numbers are the numbers which do not include in prime numbers.
No, it's not like that. Prime numbers have exactly two factors. Prime numbers can never get divided by any other number except themselves and 1. But composite numbers can be divided by multiple other numbers. Okay?
Ma'am, so composite means it could infinitely
More
divide.
than two factors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say, Sanya.
So, 2 is the only prime number
Which
that
is even.
even. Thank you.
Okay. Say, Advika. Nothing? Okay, then, everyone. See you in 5 minutes.
Ma'am,
Say, Advika.
ma'am, do we have to count the numbers 100 and 110 and the numbers composite numbers between them?
Between is always not inclusive. Okay? And when they write both inclusive, then you count the last two numbers also. I mean, the first and the last number also.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay? Thank you. Say, Sadhna.
Ma'am, are you sharing the screen?
Yeah, I am sharing the screen. You can't see that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me reshare it. Say, Samriddhi.
Ma'am, I didn't still understand what is composite numbers.
Samriddhi, any number which has more than two factors are composite numbers. Like in the case of 10, 10 has four factors we counted, right? 1, 10, 2, 5. So 10 is a composite number. But you remember 17, which we did? 17 has only two factors, 1 and 17 itself. So that's why it's called prime numbers. So composite is basically the opposite of prime numbers, Samriddhi.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Fine then, everyone. See you from now. Welcome back. Okay. So as we were discussing, prime numbers are all the numbers which have two factors only, and composite numbers are the numbers which have more than two factors. So starting with the first question, what is the smallest prime number we have? So this answer has two specialities. Speciality number one is it's the only even prime number, and speciality number two is that it is the smallest prime number. So let's do it with Arnav. Guys, don't raise hand. Please, I request you. One more time, someone raises hand for just answering questions. I will not give you any chances.
Ma'am,
Swear. Say Arnav.
ma'am, why it is not one number?
Because one has only one factor. Didn't we discuss that a prime number has two factors? So one has only one factor. So one is neither prime nor composite, which is the answer of the second question. One is a number which is neither prime nor composite. Say Arnav.
What?
Question number one's answer.
What is the smallest prime number? 2.
Thank you. Say Banvik.
Actually, ma'am, when I was solving the question number 5, I just found that all the options given are wrong. I checked my answer from the Google too. It is saying the same that the number 5 is number
Manvik.
56.
Manvik. I have taught you this thing earlier, no? Before calling something wrong, you should confirm it with your teacher first, right? And Google is not a master of everything. Google has wrong answers in it. Ask who is Manvik Sharma, Google will not be able to tell you. But I know who is Manvik Sharma, right? So before you check your answer with a AI or with an internet based website, please check your answer with the teacher as well. There's always a need of someone human around you. Okay. And do not call someone as wrong directly. This is like general, not Elisa, stop. This is general etiquettes. Before calling something wrong, okay, everyone, shift from maths to English now. What is the good way of saying the same thing that, ma'am, I think this is wrong? Instead of this, you people should say this to anyone that, ma'am, I tried finding out the answer, but my answer did not match with your options. So I think there is something going different. Can you help me in that? This is a more polite version of asking or saying that I feel that the question is wrong. So before saying a harsh word, wrong is a harsh word, right, guys? So we will not use harsh words like this because it can hurt the listener. And it has to be very importantly known to all of us that the listener, no matter she or he is bigger than you, I mean, elder than you or younger than you, the person should not feel hurt. So, what should we instead say? That my answer is not matching with the options, ma'am. Can we discuss the answer? That's the proper way. Fine, Manvik. Next time, reframe your sentence properly. Say Samriddhi.
Ma'am, for the second one, I got 0.
0. That is also a second possible answer for this.
So I can mark it correct.
Both. Yes. Both 1 and 0 will work for it. Say Tanisha.
My question also was this, that my answer is also 0. Is it correct?
Yes, yes. I was about to say that, but Manvik went in the middle. Manvik, anyways, we would have come to question number 5 now. We wouldn't have run away after question number 2. You're a bit impatient. You have to learn to get some more patience. Okay. Fine. Question number 3. All prime numbers are odd. Well, we just discussed it that there is a speciality in the number. Which number, Atya? Which number makes the answer false here?
All prime numbers are odd.
I know
Odd.
that is false. Tell me which number makes it false. Which prime number is not odd? Not listening to the entire conversation we had. 5 minutes ago. Not a good habit, Adya. Nothing to laugh at. You people should be sad about it. You should feel bad about it. Until unless you feel bad about it, you will never take it seriously. Anvita, which prime number is not odd?
Ma'am,
What, ma'am?
ma'am,
I
what is
asked you a question already.
ma'am, which prime number is not odd?
Hmm.
Ma'am, 2.
And that makes it false. So this statement becomes false because of the presence of 2. Now, Aditi, both inclusive means what?
Ma'am, including 30 and 40?
Exactly. But we know that 30 and 40 are not prime numbers. So how many prime numbers do we have between 30 and 40? I've already written it on the screen.
Ma'am, 2.
1 and 2. 31 and 37 are the two prime numbers which are between 30 and 40. Even if we include 30 and 40, 30 and 40 are not prime numbers, so it does not matter. Now coming to question number 5. So before I teach you maths, I will again teach you English. Between. So let's make a drawing. This is Kashmia, this is Aditi, this is Manasvi, this is Hanifa, and this one is Tanisha. All girls. Now look at this. Here I say, how many girls are between Kashmia and Tanisha? Answer it in the chat box. How many girls are between, or how many people are between Kashmia and Tanisha? Janvi, you tell me how many people are between Kashmia and Tanisha?
Maybe 3.
That's right. So between means we are not counting the first and the last term. So between means we are not counting 100 and 110. What are we counting instead? We are counting all the composite numbers which falls between 100 and 110. I mean in the middle of it. 101 is a prime number, so we will not count it. 102 works. 104 works. 105 also works because 105 is divisible by 5. It ends in a 5, guys, right? So 105 also works. 106 also works. 107 doesn't. 108 also works. So how many what do you call that? Composite numbers, Manvik?
Ma'am, 5.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So therefore the answer becomes option B, 5. Did you understand it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Say Anvita.
ma'am, I don't understand how we got the answer of question 5.
What is question 5 asking us?
Ma'am, there are C number of composite numbers between 100 and 110. Find C.
What is composite number?
Ma'am, composite numbers are the numbers which can be divisible for endless.
No. The definition of composite number which you're saying is wrong.
More
Composite
than
numbers
2
have more than 2
factors.
factors. Correct. So now C is a unknown number. Okay. We don't know the value of C. We
Yes.
need to find out which number between 100 and 110 can be having more than 2 factors. So that's how we found it out. 101 is a prime number, Anvita. 103 is a prime number and 107 are a prime number. So except these 3 numbers, all the other numbers are, okay, 109 is also a prime number. So all the other numbers are my composite numbers. That is divisible by more than 2 numbers. Okay.
Ma'am, so we should select the numbers between 100 and 110, which are composite.
Correct. As the question says.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I understood.
Welcome. Any other doubts, anyone in this set? These 5 questions? No? Okay. Chocolate problem number 1, prime numbers. I already showed you the slide which had all the prime numbers from 1 to 100. So I'm not going to show it again. If you have already taken a note of it during the break time, then you are a champ. Okay, by the way, I have to also talk about 6k plus 1 and 6k minus 1. Say Arnav.
Ma'am, except matlab?
Except means other than that. So all composite numbers except. That means I don't want composite number. So what is the opposite of composite number?
Prime numbers.
Yes, that means this is a tricky way of asking you which of the following are prime numbers. Hmm. Say Raja, doubt?
Ma'am, can I send it in the chat box?
What answer?
Ma'am, we should check in
Yes,
this.
Yeah, answer. Everyone should send it in the chat box. Anvita, you were saying something?
Ma'am, in this we should check that each of the following numbers are composite prime.
There is no number called composite prime. The word is saying which of the following numbers is composite except. So composite except means other than composite. And something which is not composite is what, Anvita?
Ma'am,
Any
it's
number which is
prime.
not composite is prime.
Prime.
So that means composite except means prime.
Ma'am, we
So
should
find
select
out.
the two prime numbers in it.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay, people, write down one thing. This is actually not applicable always, but you can use it for some rough cases. That is called as 6k plus 1 or 6k minus 1. If a number fits in this category, it is always prime. 6k plus 1 or 6k minus 1. That means a multiple of 6 with a plus 1 or a minus 1. So 30 is a composite number because it is divisible by 3, 10. What about 31? Can I write 31 in this form? 6 into 5 plus 1. Yes, that means 31 is a prime number. 32 is an even number, so it cannot be a prime number. 33. 33 is divisible by 3 also and 11 also.
11.
So 33 is not a prime number. Shrihan, 34 is a prime number?
It isn't.
It isn't. Why? Don't unmute yourself, Path. Say Shrihan. It isn't. Why? Give the reason.
Ma'am, 1 minute, I'm thinking.
It's an even number, so it isn't. Simple. Why is 35 not a prime number, Anirudh?
Ma'am, 35 is not a prime number
Because
because 35 does not have only two factors. It has many factors.
it is divisible by which factor? Tell me one factor.
Ma'am, 35 is divisible by 5. 5
Thank
sevens
you.
are
So therefore, this is out. Why is 36 a composite number, Reyanshi? Path, don't raise hand for answering questions. Rules are same for everyone.
Ma'am, please can you repeat once?
36, prime or composite?
Ma'am, 36 is prime. Sorry, it's composite.
Why?
Ma'am, because it has more than two factors.
That's the definition. Tell me a factor of 36.
Like,
People, be very clear that any number which is an even number cannot be a prime number except 2. So if you keep 2 aside, then all the even numbers of this world are composite numbers only. Got it, Riyanshi? 36 is even, 38 is even, so these numbers cannot be prime. Can I write 37 also in this form? 6 into 6 plus 1. Yes, that means even 37 is a prime number. And 39 doesn't work because 39 is divisible by 3, 13, and so on. So therefore, the right answer for this question is option D. Say Samriddhi.
Ma'am, I didn't know, like, what is the meaning of k in 6k plus 1?
Any number, any multiple of 6. So k can be any multiple of 6 plus 1 or minus 1.
Okay, ma'am.
Like 29 and 31, both are prime number. And one is less than 30 and one is more than 30. 6k means 6 into 5, like that. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Say Arnav.
Ma'am, it can be of only 6 or
Only 6. 6k plus 1 or 6k minus 1?
it can of no other table.
No. Say Advika.
Ma'am, but why can't it be any other table?
That's a disputable concept. So this is also not fully true. That's why I never do it in the classroom. But the thing is that, yeah, it is easy for discussing or finding out the prime numbers faster. And that is a rule. I mean, that's a kind of a formula they have generated. But they still say that it's not a 100% accurate formula. It can go wrong after bigger numbers. So therefore, it's not 100% accurate, but it's good enough for smaller 4-digit numbers, 3-digit numbers. Good for that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Then in that case, factors and multiples, everyone. That's the first set. Factors and multiples. Set 1 is your homework. Okay. Please do that and come in the next class. And who had a doubt? Not Samriddhi, Shanaya. You had a doubt in one of the questions, right? What was that question number?
13th.
This one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll quickly do this and then we will wind up everyone. Okay, it's time. If you want to leave, you can leave. It's okay. No problem. Write a bye in the chat box and go. And yeah, Shanaya, continuing with this one, if you observe this carefully, then 5 times 5 minus what number gives you a 3? We'll start with R.
5 times 5.
5 minus what number? 5 minus R gives you a 3. So 5R is what?
2.
2. So that makes R as 2. Now we have the value of Q. So how do we calculate the value of Q? 104 times 9 will give me this entire number. So let's calculate 104 times 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 3 carry, 3 here, 9. That means what is the number which is missing?
And 3.
Correct. So Q is 3. And last but not the least, 104 times. Okay, we actually did this part. So we are left with this. So we found out this is 832, Shanaya, right? So just find out that 104 multiplied with what number gives you 832. Just use the last digit technique. 4 multiplied with what number ends in a 2? There are two numbers possible. 4 into 3 is 12, ends in a 2, and one more.
4 into
8 fours are
4 in 4 into 8 is
32.
oh.
So that also ends in a 2. Now if you look, this is
One of
100
these.
and this is 800. So which one will be more suitable, 3 or 8?
8.
Yes. So P becomes 8. So now we have all the numbers, 8 plus 3 plus 2, and that gives us 13, Sanan. Done?
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Say Anvita.
Ma'am, is the homework exercise 3.1?
Yes, I don't remember whether it's 3 or not, but it's factors and multiples, Anvita. Okay. Okay, everyone. Then thank you so much. The last question. How was the class?
Ma'am, the answer will be always amazing.
Thank you, Reanshu.
Yes,
That's so
ma'am.
sweet.
Same.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Abraham. Bye bye. Take care. See you on
Bye, ma'am.
Wednesday.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye,
Bye bye.
ma'am.
Thank you, Manvik. Bye bye.
Thank you,
Take care.
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye.